Hello and welcome to my Stick Figures Sketchnote series. It's a part book club, part Cole's Note initiative, and the goal is simply to share what I learn. When dealing with people you can't stand by Dr. Brinkman and Dr. Kirschner came across my desk, it was hard to resist, with a title like that for sure. And to be honest, it was a fun and informative read. I'll keep my summary short and sweet. In part 1, I'll review the framework they suggest to better understand why people act the way they do. And in part 2, we'll take a look at the 10 most common personality types and zero in on how to deal with the challenging bits and, as they put it, to bring out the best in people at their worst. Alright, so part 1, the framework in a nutshell. In Brinkman and Kirschner's world, it's helpful to consider people on two spectrums. The first is whether someone is task-focused or people-focused, and the second is assertiveness. On one end of the spectrum, you have someone who's passive, and on the other end, aggressive. And together, these provide 4 quadrants of understanding, if you will. People in the task-focused passive camp are people who like to get things right. They strive for picture perfect, and sometimes to a fault. Next, you have people who are task-focused and aggressive. They have a let's just get it done attitude, and they strive for control and can come off as, well, controlling. Next, we have people who are people-focused and aggressive, and they just want to be recognized, understood, and they are striving for attention. Lastly, we have people who are people-focused and passive. They are probably thinking, why can't we all just get along? And deep down inside, they're looking for some sort of approval. So now that you have this framework of understanding, it is easier to see how intent influences behavior and how you might act accordingly. For example, if you're butting heads with someone in the task-focused passive camp, in your interactions with them, it will help you to stay focused on the task, demonstrate your attention to detail, and to not forget to document. They absolutely love documentation. When dealing with the Get Her Done group, similar to the Get It Right group, focus on the task, show your accomplishments, and keep things concise and to the point in your communications. Moving on to the people-focused passive camp, just be friendly. They really appreciate that. Model considerate communication and simply show that you care. That'll go a long way. For the people-focused aggressive camp, it's really important that you share their enthusiasm for whatever initiative they're doing, to express gratitude, and to recognize their contribution to your team. That's it for the framework. I hope you found this useful, and be sure to check out part 2 of the series. Do follow me on Twitter at The Visual Scribe, or visit me at visualscribe.ca for updates. Talk to you then.